I've been meaning to make my nephew an apron for quite some time, but never got around to it. So I found these old curtains, and I really like to repurpose anything in my house to use for crafts, and decided these would make a perfect fabric for making him an apron. So I didn't have a template. I just eyeballed this entire thing. I don't usually go by anything. I just kind of wing it usually and see how it goes. I have not sewn anything since I was probably in home and careers in middle school, and had to sew the whole thing by hand, which wasn't very pleasant and was very time consuming, but I wasn't about to go buy a sewing machine for one project. Because I sewed everything by hand, the stitching is a little bit uneven, but honestly it is what it is. And after I paid some attention to my dog, and after I picked out the ribbon I wanted to use, I started to cut the heart out of felt so that I could embroider it and put his name on it. When we were kids, my grandma used to make us all aprons and put the same type of felt heart that was embroidered with our name on it, so that's where I got the idea from. I've only ever embroidered anything like 2 other times in my life, so I really did my best with this. Turns out my boyfriend had a handheld sewing machine, so I tried to make it work. Did not work, so I used my janky measuring system, and I got to work at sewing this freehand. And of course, my dog had to make another appearance. So after I hemmed everything and tried to make everything look as neat and straight as possible, I sewed on the ribbon to tie around his neck and waist when he wears it, and then I put on the heart to complete everything, and that is our completed project. It's not perfect, but it definitely is functional.